both in terms of, well, the freedom I have. I just told some young guns here that I have way more freedom here than any billionaire. And they get it. They really get it. And I told them that the only thing you can trust is Bitcoin and gold. And they're like, oh yeah, he's one of those. They get it. That's a good thing for the future of humanity. This is a spot where there's real coastal culture is still alive here. I even asked them. I told them, like, oh, I see you guys. To the people running here since 2009, and they're like, yeah. So I'm welcome here. They even let me pay cash. I'll use the vending machine later just to help them. But I'm welcome here. They get the point. When I tell them that I'm spending the nights in that bay, well, then they will do the best. They recognize people like me, and they agree with many other things. They might not say so. There's also a lot of police and rescue services here now. There's some kind of sightseeing thing. There's this festival for old wooden boats. I'm gonna hang around until that. There's gonna be some rain, but I'll have a peek into that festival, and I'm meeting people in a much better way. This is much better than I thought it could be. I had this image that maybe even the coastal culture where people understand freedom, well, responsibility, can you say that? Not towards a system, but towards other people and nature. It's a real world. And I'm at home. And this is, I've been in this boat for 4 nights. How old it feel like? As if nothing has happened. It's the same as I remember when I reluctantly stopped boating 10 years ago for practical. In the city, it has changed. It's not the same. There's another thing that's relevant here. This is where the Germans were defeated temporarily. There's a lot of Devons down there. There are some Germans up there as well. I wanted to ask them if they were from the Luftwaffe, but they are rescue pilots, and maybe they're too young to appreciate that kind of joke. But I did I did walk up to these police officers, and these are among the highest operational officers in the country, and they were milling around the rescue helicopter, and I walk up to them. I said, oh, you guys want to steal that and take it for a spin, don't you? It's different in other countries, but here you can do that. And they look at me and like, yeah, well, we can command it, we can commandeer it. Yeah, I know, you can do that legally. And then I looked at the one to the closest to me, and but you know, you guys know that if you come, I've kind of pointed to him, if you come with me in my boat voluntarily, I can put you in chains. That's the law of the seas. This is actually law. I mean, I think they appreciated it. It was fun. So I'm gonna have some more coffee. I'm gonna go do some shopping. I'm gonna suss this area out. I've already asked these wonderful people who run this place if I can stay here for a longer period when there's some rain coming soon. If I get a good price on, let's say, 7 to 10 days, I can use it as a base. I can be online more. I can do practical stuff. I can get things from my liveaboard, what do you call it, motorhome like thing, truck that is left, that was stranded in 2020. Oh, 22, late 22. And I'll see where I go from there. This is very viable. To live like this is very viable. I need some different type of heating. I need a real gravity-fed diesel heater here. One of the old ones. You can get those second-hand. No brand new is too expensive. But it's good even with my old body and even with the medical things I have. I think it's healthy for me to just test out. How does my body and mind react by being very close to nature, offline a lot? And if there's suffering inside of that, it's obvious there's always going to be suffering. But how do you deal with it? How can you? Are you allowed to deal with it? That's the one that's been bugging me through the decades. So there's so many where the big forks in the road. I think I chose the right ones. No, I might not. Frankly, I would maybe not be here if I'd gone wrong in some of the major forks. But a lot of tiny ones. Whenever I let some like people around me or this, whatever you call the system, whenever I kind of go with the standard way of doing things, it has hurt me a lot, drained me. When I go against it, I mean, if my interests align with what's normal, of course, that's different. But I'm talking about this point in time where what's healthy for me, what's viable in the future for me, how do I remain free? How do I get to the next opportunity where I'm not owned? Every single time I've chosen the way that most wouldn't choose. It's maybe stronger, more flexible. And I've met the right people. Here, out by the coast here, spots like these, in this country, I think that's frankly this is the only place where you have freedom left. Like, along the coast, farmers are totally on the maps. I mean, they are totally regulated. I read an article yesterday about how farmers here now are depending on Google and all of these services. They have so much tied up in data feeds that they can't do farming offline. Just how ludicrous is that? You can't farm your food. We're talking about the big scale producers here, but also the tiny ones. They are also bound by this. And if you live, I have the van, that was my base, close to the 5 minute city I was born. I had this house.